love that. I love that. I don't know who scripted it. I don't know who wrote it. Perfect story, perfect life. In America, you can go from that to that.
Sure.
If you work. Now, Princess Diana, if you sit at home and you do nothing, you can't go anywhere. You know, Bill, education, get yourself a GED. There are several places available here in North Georgia where you can get your GED. There are so many places hiring, and if you think that you're too good to work in a restaurant, you are wrong, honey. Well, I was working at a Jewish law firm in Atlanta. I was working in a restaurant at night to get the money to buy the clothes to work in the law firm because I wanted the experience of both. I wanted the money from this job, but I wanted the experience at the law firm. Don't limit yourself to anything.
No.
You know, let's talk a little bit. You own a landscaping business that you've been doing for years and years and years, and 20 years or more?
Well, it's more like lawn care business.
Lawn care,
There's
yeah.
a difference. Some people think I build walls and
Right,
plant grass
but you
and all
don't.
that, but
Yeah.
I just cut grass now. It's just more than I can do.
And you stay busy. You built yourself. You built yourself wealth without doing it for somebody else.
Right.
You choose your hours. You choose your clients. You can't take on a whole lot more because y'all are booked pretty full. But in the winter, you have created a little business for yourself. Can we talk about that and show some
something
things?
I want to do when I retire, I think I've been here talked about before. I just do a lot of woodworking. I've got a woodworking shop at my house. And so I just do crafts and things like that. I actually build coolers, stands for people with themes on it, like college football and all
Right.
that. So,
Yeah.
and build tables and stuff like that. But that one, and this is my Easter
I
one.
love this one.
This
Let
one
me
is,
see that.
that's in honor of the three crosses.
That is so cool.
Those are actually railroad spikes that are turned up to
Yeah.
make his hooks.
Yeah. Yeah. And then are you going to put something on the back so they can hang it?
No, they have little holes.
Oh, yeah, it's got holes in it. Oh, yeah, yeah. I
attach
see
it to the
that.
wall.
Yeah.
You can
Oh, I
hang
love
You
that.
can hang your coats, your hats, or your purses,
Yeah.
or whatever on that. So.
Yeah, and I love this. Now, how many railroad spikes have you got? Have you got a bunch that you can do that?
I sold everything. That's the last one I got.
Wow,
Yeah.
I love that. I love that.
Yeah, I sell them for stuff. This one right here is like 35. I think that one's 39, maybe something like that. So they're not expensive.
Yeah, that's cool. 39. Yeah, that is so neat. I love those railroad spikes. That is too cool.
That's a lot of fun. It keeps me busy in the winter because I choose not to work outside in the winter if I don't have to.
Right.
It's a good way to get sick.
Yeah. Now let's talk about something that happened Sunday. Y'all joined one of my favorite churches.
Yeah, we joined down at Cool Springs Baptist in the Tate, Georgia area, just south of Jasper.
Beautiful church. Yeah.
It's good folks down there.
Yeah.
I've visited several times, and we just felt like it was time to land somewhere.
Yeah. Did the choir need you?
Well, actually,
Did the choir need
I'm
you?
friends with Leanne Bagley, the choir director, and I knew it was just a matter of time after I joined that she was going to ask. So I said, "Well, let's just go ahead." And Leah, the one that was in the single woman video there, she joined with us, and so she and I both went and got in the choir Sunday evening.
Good deal. Good deal. You know, when I was a member of Cool Springs for a long, long time, and my daughters were all three married there, and then, of course, Angela was baptized there. After she died, I had a hard time dealing with that, and it was weird, and that's how I ended up at Ball Ground First Baptist. But so many good memories of that church. So many good memories of me and the little blue-haired lady sitting back there on that back row. We didn't sit on the back, but we sat back there so we could giggle because we just had the best time. So many of them are gone. You know, it's just when we look back on just our short lifetime together, in 30 years, we have met, spent time with, and been blessed with so many wonderful people that are gone. Think about Jimmy Pearson and the laughter and the fun, he and Rita, and now Rita's alone, you know. And we could look back and wow, you better take advantage of today, this moment, this opportunity to spend time with your loved ones and your friends because they could be gone tomorrow.
Time is a killer.
Time is a killer, absolutely.
It'll get you eventually.
Absolutely,
So,
yeah.
I have that same attitude. Enjoy life while you've got it, and spend time with those who you love, and enjoy it.
Yeah. And you know, last week everybody knew I was traumatized over that reverse mortgage mess, and I've called congressmen, I've called senators, I've written letters. I don't know what else we could have done to change that outcome. I've never lost a house in foreclosure for somebody I was helping. And it really, really tore me down because I felt like I can fix everything because I'm a fixer. And I was talking to a psychologist and they said, there are some things that you can't fix. And the fact that one of the brothers had an emotional problem and didn't show up and didn't sign what he was supposed to, it cost he and his brother all that money. And I said, there ought to be a way that you can stop a problem with an inheritance or with a will. There really isn't. And so I'm still working on, and it's too little too late. We can't do anything about it because we found out there's no way the probate could have done anything. There's no way anybody could have helped. So as you face the end of your life, get it right. Don't leave a mess for your kids to have to deal with, and don't leave ill feelings with your kids, because then they're all angry at each other.
Yeah.
Make it simple. Keep it simple.
Yeah, maybe you should run for something at the state legislature.
No, thank you.
Make
I'd
some
be
new
thrown
laws.
out. I'd be in jail the first weekend because I would stand on the floor and I would argue the point. Everybody should be protected. And I said that's where I felt the system really, really messed up, because the good brother lost everything because the bad brother just didn't show up to sign a paper. That's not fair.
No.
That's not fair.
It's unfortunate.
And I've called everybody and there was nothing. And I really got upset because the people I called are people that you've seen here on the show, and normally they would fix it. And I said, well, if David Ralston was here, he would fix it. Well, he couldn't even fix it if he was here, because it's a problem within the system.
Right.
And so I don't know how you fix it, but you know the story about what happened with Angela's life insurance. And too little too late. We had no idea that when she divorced the monster that bought the gun that killed her, that he had intimidated her to a point. She changed her beneficiary from her daughter to him. He bought the gun that killed her, and he walked away with $177,000 of life insurance. Now that is a problem. And I went all the way to the insurance commissioner, and he said because she didn't change it, it didn't matter that he was gone from her life, a lot of violent issues, a lot of craziness. He got all that money. And he went to Kennesaw, Georgia, and bought himself a house for $177,000.
Yeah, maybe he's enjoying it.
Yeah, I hope he is. I hope he is. But there'll be a day he won't be enjoying something. There are things you can't fix. And so parents, kids, everybody, you need to make sure that you sit down with your parents and you say, whatever you want at the end of your life, that's fine. But make it simple and don't make it hard on us. If you want to give it to the Shriners, give it to Daddy, and that's an example. 5 kids, Daddy gave everything to the Shriners, the Kiwanis, and the Optimist. And we agreed with that because there were 5 of us. None of us lived in Florida. Well, my sister did, but she didn't want anything he had. So he gave everything away, and we were all fine with that. Donated this much to the Shriners, this much to the Kiwanis. That's great. And it was easy. It was done. So decide what you want to do, but don't pit your kids against each other.
Yeah, unfortunately for me and my brothers, when my parents died, even before they died, they were kind of giving us stuff, and it was easy for us in a way because I liked my dad. He liked doing woodworking, he liked painting, and he liked fishing. Well, I have a brother that loves fishing, so he got all that stuff.
Yeah.
My other brother, he likes paintings, the one I had on the show with you.
Right.
And he got all that stuff.
Yeah.
Well, I like woodworking, so I got all that stuff. And so
How simple can
easy.
it get?
Yeah, we didn't argue over it.
Yeah, yeah.
I said, well, you like that stuff right there, just take it.
Yeah.
They
yeah.
said, well, you like that, just take it.
Yeah, yeah. It makes so much sense.
It does. But a lot of families don't have that pleasure and that
No,
luxury
no.
of that, so it's tough.
Yeah, it is. It is very, very hard.
It breaks up families, too.
It breaks up families, and the family reunion is never the same. Never
No,
the same.
unfortunately not.
Which reminds me of family reunions. This is so funny. My Uncle Guy was a man who said what he thought. And one day, we were at a family reunion actually it was homecoming at Mount Vernon Baptist Church. And if y'all have ever been to Mount Vernon Baptist Church, you talk about good food, honey, they got the best food there in the world. And so we have all this great food spread out on the table, and everybody's so excited, and the food's just great. And Uncle Guy walked up and he said, well, Shug, I believe you've gained a little weight. And I thought, thank you for noticing, And I looked at him, and I was about to head into that sweet potato casserole, and he just changed my whole attitude. But I said when I left there, I was like, oh my God, I didn't get any of that dressing, I didn't get those sweet potatoes. Hey, live your life. Who cares who says what?
You should have came back and said, well, you've gotten a little uglier too since I saw you last time.
Well, my mama had a thing about when Angela gained a lot of weight, somebody said something about it, and Mother said, her reply was, well, I may be gaining weight, but you're ugly and I can't fix that.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
and that was it. But be good to people, be kind to people, share goodness. And talking to a psychologist, I find when you really know where somebody came from, you can figure out why they are the way they are.
Yeah, and there's certain things you shouldn't say to them either.
Yeah. And my best friend kept saying, you have always wanted to please everybody because of what happened with your father. And I said, that's the truth, because I always wanted to be the best at this, the best at this. If my daddy ever showed up, I wanted to be the one that excelled. And that's so stupid, because he was never in my life. He didn't care anything about me. But all my life, I wanted to be what I could be just in case my daddy showed up.
Isn't it funny, though, how people, even in their adulthood, they try to still please their parents from when they were a child?
Yes.
For those certain things?
Yes. And it's very hard for a kid who...
Even after your parents are dead and gone. You're still trying it.
Yeah. It's a very strange situation, and my sister used to say, you know why Daddy loves you the most? My stepdad, who adopted me, she said, because you can do the most for him. And we accepted that, because I was the one that was willing to do. And she said, the rest of us know him too well, and we don't help him anymore. But you continue to help him even knowing what he is. And I said, that's just my personality. And I guess I don't give up on the underdog even because I think I've been there, you know. And it's very weird to me, because I just keep saying, well, I can fix this, I can fix that. No, some things you can't fix.
No, some things you can't please. You can't please everybody either. Even politicians try it every day, and they still can't please everybody. But one thing I've learned as a parent, I got 4 children, I don't play favorites. I love each one equally, and they all have their own things that they do in life, and I'm proud of those things. And my wife often says, the one that gets the attention is the one that's in front of me.
Yes.
So if you want some attention, come see me.
Come see me.
Yeah.
Yes.
So, and I'm not going to give anybody else more attention than I give to you. It's just that they're here more.
Right.
So.
Right. Well, you know, one of the things that I've had to really nail down with my kids, do not text me. Pick up the phone and call me. I don't want to read your text.
That's old school.
I want to hear your voice. I want to know that you're okay, because moms know. You know, when a mom picks up the phone, she knows what you're dealing with. She knows if you're sick. She knows if you're okay. Moms know that. We have that instinct. And Dawn will send me this text. It's like, and I'm like, okay, Dawn, 99% of my life is spent in a car, either going to, from, or selling a house, listing a house, cleaning out a house. I'm in a car all the time. I don't want a long text. I have to stop and pull over on the road to read this biography. I said, pick up the phone and call me. And so we've had this discussion a lot. And I'm like, she said, did you read my text? I said, nope, did not. So she calls me because I didn't react. Yeah. And I said, pick up the phone and call your parents. Pick up the phone and call your children. Have a conversation. Have a conversation.
I'm of the old school thought that the parents, you know, let's just put it my way. My parents are dead and gone. My wife's parents are dead and gone. So my wife and I are the patriarch and matriarch of the family.
Right.
Well, we're the hub of the family. They should come to us instead of us trying to go to all of them. That's the way it was when I grew up.
Yep.
We didn't expect my folks and their folks to come see us all. We had to go to their house. Especially on holidays.
Yeah,
you know.
exactly.
But a lot of younger people have lost that now.
Yeah.
They think that mom and dad's supposed to drop what they're doing and come see them.
Yes, yeah. Oh, yeah.
Phooey on that.
Yeah. So. Well, we are in a me generation. Sadly, we are in a me generation.
Well, and technology, as much as it's grown, people think it's a good thing, and it is. But it can also be a bad thing, because I think it takes away from people getting together on a front porch in a swing and a rocking chair and having a Sunday afternoon conversation.
Right, yeah. Do you know the sound of life that I miss the most? And this is the craziest thing, and I hope I could even say this without crying. A dishpan, and my grandmother sitting on the front porch, and we're snapping beans.
Yeah.
It's my favorite memory and sound of life.
And then your fingers and thumbs are sore that night afterwards.
Yes, what a sweet memory. And I think about, and it was just, it was a good life. It was a good time. We don't have that anymore.
Well, it's called slowing down. I remember the old Andy Griffith episode where the preacher comes in from out of town and he's talking about
Yes, I remember
take it
that
easy,
episode.
slow down, and you
Yeah.
know, and then all of a sudden they're starting up a band concert afterwards. So we have to slow down.
Yeah,
If you
yeah.
don't, you just miss a lot of things
Yeah.
in life. We're all busy. Hey,
We're
all
busy.
but we all have the same 24 hours in a day
Yes,
that the good Lord gave us.
that's right. That's
It's a
right.
matter of how you use it.
Exactly. Well, we're going to use this to take a music break, and we're going to share. It's something by Mr. Ellijay, I'm sure. So here we go.
I say, hey, good looking, what you got cooking? How's about cooking something up with me? Hey, sweet baby, don't you think maybe we could find us a brand new recipe? I got a hot rod Ford and a $2 bill, and I know a spot right over the hill. There's soda pop and the dancing's free, so if you wanna have fun, come along with me, singing, hey, good looking, what you got cooking? How's about cooking something up with me? Well, I'm free and ready, so we can go steady. How's about saving all your time for me? Well, no more looking, I know I've been tooken. How's about keeping steady company? I'm gonna throw my date book over the fence and buy me one for 5 or 10 cents. I'll keep it till it's covered with H, 'cause I'm writing your name down on every page, singing, hey, good looking, what you got cooking? How's about cooking something up with me?